I should add that it was within 11 hours. Wow, I did get a like. Oh, that is them. Cool. Thank you, whoever that was. Okay, this is within, interesting. The other device tells me within how many hours. This is within 11 hours, so not even half a day. It already smacked up to that. So again, locally, it could be 4 seconds every one view. That's the actual metric within the window. However, spread out over time, of course, it depends on which time you're looking at, but looking at it, I think it's within 24 hours because it's always averaging 500. Now, of course, it depends on which metric you use. So if you're using, I guess, well, I would say it depends on how often you upload, but I think regardless if you upload 20 or 100 vids, on average, it's still divided up to 500. So if you do 100, that'd be 500 divided, that'd be 5 views per your 100 vids, exactly. So, I mean, you could go by a metric of 2 days, but the metric would still be, you want to go on the smallest metric, which would be, according to goes to a day. Of course, you could go by, see, if you go by per video, it depends. And again, the window is 500 a day. It wouldn't make sense to go by every video because it depends. See, you have to go by, it could be 500. The limit on average would be 500. Exactly, the average about. So if you go by video, it'd be 500, but you want it to have the most consolidated and efficient metric. The best one is by day. It appears to be by day. Now, of course, however, then how do you know? Because look, you got it localized. Here, if it's a local window, it's every 4 seconds you get a view. This was within like half an hour, an hour. Here it was within 23 minutes, so it's like 20 minutes. 10 minutes, there was no view, I remember. One. I remember that time there was like 4 minutes or something of view. Then there was a view, one view. And then that might have been the only view, but so I don't know how it depends. I guess the way the algorithm works, I don't know how it works exactly, but I'm imagining you could go by the metric of but then, you know, like a day afterwards, I saw one video shot up by 300. It took a whole day to get up to like 500 or something. When I say get up, yeah, but I know it would get up because I thought it was it for that day. Because there's another video that had done like up to like 300, and that one had, I don't know, sometimes it's 300 or something. I didn't think it would shoot up all of a sudden because of the way I structured it. Because I said, oh, you have to follow me on this and that. And then the last one, I think it was second, said, you know, I forgot to say follow me or so, or I didn't because I didn't have to or something to that effect. But it shut up anyway. 10 on this one. Okay, so what's the best metric then? I guess, because if you go by for each video, you wouldn't know, so you still wouldn't know, because look, 10, you don't know if it'll shoot up. So I guess, I mean, maybe the most conventional is saying 500 per vid. That might be the most ubiquitous way to say it. But I think for accuracy, to be more accurate, 500 a day, and then divide it up. There's 500, regardless of how many videos you have, it'd be 500 collectively about. There you go. That's the best metric. And then, I guess to be even more accurate, you say, however, the localized window is within half an hour. Could possibly even be between, with it being possibly 15 minutes, 10 increments of 10, 20. So the way mine smacked up, it was under 20. Definitely, it was under 23. So I'm guessing 20. So somehow it's possibly 15 minutes or 10 minutes. Possibly 10. I would say 15 minutes. Possibly that's the actual accurate window. The accurate window is you have 15 minutes to have your big shot. Okay, so okay, let's look. This one I don't know. Maybe I have to okay, you know what? You know, that's a perfect way to see it. I'm gonna have to turn off that device too because I don't want the Wi-Fi smacking. Okay, look, no views, and it's been like, look. That's a resistor in my kit. Okay, so let's see. See, this tells you how many minutes. Say the French president was attacked. Okay. Interestingly, the Wi-Fi it's kind of weak on this. Sometimes it's strong. It depends. This one can get it. 35 minutes goes 0. So this one can get. You can get it through the wall easily, but it's because it's on 2G. That's right. So this one can actually get it more than this, but this one, because it's a more powerful computer, can upload faster and stuff. Actually, I don't know about that because again, this one does connect to 5G, but the 5G is more dense, so it doesn't reach this. The device is not powerful enough to reach it. Okay, so yeah, 35 minutes, no views on that one. The pizza was good on that one. 381. Okay, it's at 381. So we got. So it's at 8, 9. So it's at 6, 2, 9. So it's nearly 630 views. 7, 8. Yeah. So one more view and I get it up to 230. 630 collectively for that day. I say for that day, but it was 12 hours ago. It would be from there. But I'm talking about for the day. If we go by the calendar, there was another one about 22 hours ago. Yeah, there we go. Wait, how come it says no views? Hold on a second. Okay, this is odd. Okay, my shorts. I'm gonna put my shorts. Okay. Oh, this is odd. This is really odd. Okay, the one in the morning got 0 views. The one in the morning got 0 views. So the whole time I've been saying that there was 1 view on it. I was gotten confused on so there's 0 views on that one. I thought it got at least 1 view. Am I going crazy? Let's see. This is all my shorts. Shorts. You can't cancel a view. Maybe they could win somewhere. Let's see. Be 26. Yeah, 0 views. Okay, there were 0 views on it. Sometime I thought there was 1 view. I did screenshots of it. Okay, so 0 views. I really thought there was a view. Okay, anyway, must be the heat or something. Huh. There goes my memory. Maybe it's a hiccup in the matrix. Anyway, maybe I'm confusing it with the like. There was 1 like on there, something like that. Okay. Okay, so regardless, within about a day, 24, yes. Averaged about 500 views. But if you go to when it picked up, when it actually had started with the views, it would only still be half a day. You go by the evening, exactly. So we have another 12 hours to go. Even if we did that, so the metric would be within 24 hours regardless. It's 24 hours, whether you want to go by a day, which day, depending on what. If you go by day, then if it cuts up, if you simply, so if you do it in the evening and then you don't count the next morning, and up to noon, then it wouldn't count. You don't go by that day, and depending if you didn't upload the previous day, so it'd only be like 250. So if you go by that metric, you would only be seeing like 250 a day, when in reality, within 24-hour period, it would be 500 views if you count the day as being, depending on when you're starting the day. Exactly. Exactly, it depends on how you're saying it. So in other words, if you upload like in the morning and the evening, then collectively, for example, how do I say this? So if you count within the past, if you count like the morning and up to yesterday, 12 hours ago was, what time? Let's see, 12 hours ago would be still yesterday. Exactly, the day is 26, exactly. So this would still be 500 a day, average. Okay, so what I said before, what to make sense, if I said you only get 250, it wouldn't be, because I said regardless of how many videos, so it would be about still 500 exactly. Okay, so you could still go by day. Okay, cool. So regardless, okay, so I'm cool. So you could go by day or in 24 hours, same thing. Perfect. Anyway, okay, back to this. No views 39 minutes ago. Okay, so the metric of 10, 15, 20. Okay, the other one happened to be because the YouTube, it scans and knows your words. It even can know what the image is. It knows what the image. I was cutting my hair, my beard, and it's barely there. You can barely tell I'm cutting it almost. And it knew that it was cutting the hair. So this, I don't know if they've got some kind of Hindu people. It's some kind of false AI. It could be a false AI. It could be a combination. I don't think the AI's. It might be that advanced. It could be. Could be that advanced. Incredible. Terminator, Skynet, NetSky. Okay, so that's it. I was doing this recording because I wanted to say, about how many got. It was within half a day. Within half a day, I got over 500 views. It was 12 hours. Now it's 12 hours, but it was said when I opened it up, it was 11 hours. But again, the window for that, when it did it, was within 23 minutes, that first one. And the other one, when it shot up, could have been within an hour or 2 hours, I don't know, because I was sleeping. When I looked at it, I hadn't even, it had already been processed. It had to, because I want to shut off the phone. But it wouldn't have been immediate. So it would have been maybe 10 minutes or something, I'm going to guess maybe within an hour. Because it was still, people are celebrating Memorial Day and stuff. There's music outside and stuff. So possibly people, going home and stuff. They want to see what else. And well, that might have been it. Alright. So that, we got this. Yeah, we got this. Cool. Alright. Oh, I want to say I'm using the arcade box. I have this this thing that looks like it's a facility. It's a simulation of an arcade box, of an arcade, using cardboard. I'm using it to shield myself from the window because I'm about 2 feet away. The laptop's about 2 feet away, or a foot and a half, or a foot and a little bit of inches. I would say maybe 12. It's a foot and a half away from the corner, and I'm getting the 5G perfectly. It's smacked it up very easily. It's showing. Oh, I can't show it on this because I'm recording. Because I don't want. I believe it's showing like a little dot. 2G's always got 2 or 3. It could even be 5 bars, but circles, concentric circles. But it doesn't mean that it'll actually connect up good. Or once you connect, that it'll have anything on the laptop. Now for the phone, it's easy. For the phone, somehow it gets it easily. So it depends on the device. That's interesting. Why would it do that? Why would the 2G on here? It's a strong 2G signal, and yet it can't connect up. But the 5G works great. Yeah, that's I don't know why, because it shows strong. It shows at least the bars. It shows that it can get it. Maybe because the way it works, because it's more powerful or something. Maybe that might be it, because it's a smaller tiny device can handle the faster frequency or something. The 5G is more dense. It's a stronger signal. I think actually the 5G is more denser and faster. So 2G is more. It goes longer, but the signal is not as strong. Does that make sense? It's not as powerful, but it goes further. Exactly. It's a give and take. It's a balance. So anyway, I'm using that cardboard thing to kind of surround myself. You can see it. You see it? Yeah, it's here. See it? I don't want to turn the computer because the cabling is it's bent. So you got to be. In fact, that reminds me, I need to see where we're at. Oh my gosh, see, it's sinking. So I need to adjust it, rotate it for it to or the computer will go defunct. So let me do that. Once it gets into its groove, it'll be fine. So I go. Yeah, see it blanks out. I do something, so I should be okay. Sometimes it won't even say that it's fueling. I don't use the charging word because that's a government word. That's another false word. I didn't use the 36 false words. It might not even say it. It could be completely still blank, and if you see it up still, that means it's fueling. Okay. So should be okay. Oh, thankfully. Okay. Good as I'm talking on this. Okay. So that's it. Yeah. Okay. Good. Oh, okay. Another reason why I'm recording this because I'm going to be uploading the first Hungamunga. This is the celebration of the internet. I finally figured out completely confirmation. Yeah, it is. It does. The humidity moves up. It moves it up. So the humidity does block the Hungamunga. I'm going to upload this one. This one is 324. Okay. So yeah. I'm going to explain it's already there for you. Aqua blockers, humidity. Yeah. Water confirms. Water blocks. Wi-Fi. Also, reverse talking. Reverse talking. Goes. Shows character. Only name. There we go. Alright. There you go. You see it in real time. I have the mouse, okay, but I need to get an extended table or something, not a table, but something to put the mouse on. I might be able to put it on here in the edge somewhere. Altered content, no. You know, I did alter something when I was in film class, a documentary. I already explained this before. It was a nice little couple, and I made it. I almost want to say it's unintentional, but the way it was intentional. I didn't intend to do that, but it ended up doing that. I was like, okay, I could have them while I was editing look as if they're saying something else. Actually, they did say it. No, I didn't alter their stuff. What you got was, it was the black. There was a nice black gentleman, janitor in the church nearby where I lived, and well, he said nothing would change. Nothing changes. He was talking about racism, exactly. But the way I had it, I had him sound as if he was talking about something doesn't else change. As if he was saying the reverse or something. So I apologize for that. I think I already apologized in one video. So, for example, he was talking about how racism never changes. Exactly. But I made it. The video was called Roadkill. I think it was called Roadkill. No. It wasn't called Roadkill. It was called what's it about? It was about racism. No, it was about racism. It was about racism. No, it's about what he said was true. He kept saying it will never end. But it sounded like he was something else would never end. You know, and it's funny. Maybe I think when I was editing, I thought I had him unintentionally. While I was editing, I thought I had accidentally say something in reverse, and I kept it there, thinking it would serve my needs. But actually, in reality, because of my schizo mind, and I didn't understand subtext and all that, I actually ended up, if you're neurotypical, you would know exactly what I was talking about. In other words, sarcasm. He wasn't using sarcasm, though. So unintentionally, you see what I'm saying? So when I was doing the documentary, it was documentary class, I started out, I wanted truth. But I think some of the people, or at least him, when he was saying wasn't exactly the way I wanted or something, maybe, or I didn't know how to use his data or something. I forgot. It was like, it wasn't exactly fitting with the what I wanted. So I ended up kind of reversing what it was saying, I thought. But actually, the reality was he wasn't. I actually didn't end up doing that in the real world sense, because my mind was completely kind of reversed in some ways. It was working backwards. Exactly. So it's like you're thinking you're giving someone chocolate, when actually people know it's vanilla. So I thought, okay, in other words, I wanted to give people, I wanted to give people chocolate. Let's do it in reverse. I want to give people chocolate. I wanted, in the documentary I'm doing, analogy, I want to give people chocolate. Ended up realizing that I was getting vanilla. At the time, I thought I was getting vanilla. But the reality was I was still giving out chocolate, but I didn't know until years afterwards. There you go. Okay, so anyway, so I think he'll be okay. Moderation, basic, comments on it, but a lot usually I wouldn't care because of time. And then, so this is going to be the very first video I put up since moving the internet back upstairs. Okay, why isn't it letting me go through? Oh, I know why, because the internet must be off. Oh, I can't go to the I can see if the actual internet's off, because going through here I can't look because I'm recording. So let's see if I'm actually off the internet. This will go here. Okay, I'm still on the internet. Okay, since I have to do 2 videos, I'll simply show me doing this one at the same time. And I need to turn this thing off. No views, 12 hours. Nope, that's the other one. 39. Oh, you know what? It could be this thing. So let me do that. So let me turn this off, because this could be interfering with the signal. Oh wow, look, it's not. Maybe that's it. I shut off the Wi-Fi here. Sim Manager, shutting off the Sim Manager too. Sim Manager is only for when I'm away from the Wi-Fi, but I kept it on because I don't want to screw up the should the Wi-Fi signal somehow not work. So but once I get confident enough where I'm at the spot on it, I am simply shut up this while uploading. Alright, so it appears I'm actually off the internet, so I'm going to move closer. It's not raining or anything. It's some snarky. She hasn't uploaded. Don't use a post word. That's not a false word. Now I say the false word. They're actual false words. I don't really know. I'm going by my own personal beliefs. I don't know if it's trauma or what. Maybe as governments get better and stuff, okay. As I see about the accuracy, I don't have to be that accurate. Maybe I don't want to subject myself to. Do you want to subject yourself on people? It depends. I guess some subjection might be okay. It depends on who you are. But yeah, I'm definitely offline. So what I'm going to do is I might have to do it the second recording. This recording is valid, but I need to. So that means I have to. What time is it? It's 11:33 Tuesday. Maybe everybody's off work celebrating Memorial Day. Oh, you know what? I know what it is. Dang it. It's the battery power. Alright. Let's see this in real time. So, Okay. So it's working. Okay, so. Actually kind of forgot I was recording. Are we still recording? Yeah. On my other side, I would get 500. Oh, we're back online. I got It would take me months to get to 500. Yeah. Now it takes me less than 20 minutes. So that's perfect. Yeah. So what took months now takes minutes by the time I go to the bathroom. Okay, the internet's back on because it just showed up. Perfect. I moved it about closer, about maybe a half a foot closer. Perfect. So we're back on. Let's verify. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're back. We're totally back. So, and let's see if the power is back. I verified with the other device if it's actually. No, it's still not plugged in direct. Okay, so yeah, I know more power, more antenna, but oh, I didn't get the name. I can see now. I can this thing is so fast now. I can actually stop the recording. See, this is how fast it is. So fast now that I can actually stop it. See, usually downstairs it would take forever. I wouldn't even attempt that. And here I can actually have the luxury of. Okay, there we go. Because I didn't have to copy paste the title. Don't say title. Header. So again, I try to avoid all government words and words that aren't accurate. That's it. That's all it is. False words about government and then accuracy. So the false concept of probability. He meant it as a joke. The shortest cat. Okay, so there you go. There we go. There's the first going back upstairs. So we get a screenshot of this. I already got a screenshot of that. Screenshot of this baby. There we go. Yep, we're back online. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, we are back. Now, yeah, so that's good. Think about what I'm working with. I'm working with a computer that might not power up if you don't know how to do it. And with the internet that you need to really know how to get to the corners. So, again, I always do things the hard way first because you learn so much. I remember what Chris was saying. And then what my bro was saying when he came here. Same thing. Chris and my bro, like my brothers. Well, one is actually my brother. Can I say it here? Can I say it here? I guess I could say. Yeah, why not? Because I might not remember this. Chris said, oh, he got money. And I go, no, I don't have money. And, at the time I was going undercover as my, secret identity guy. That's not the actual name. But my brother here, years after that, after Chris saying that, and then here, that was at my office. No, that was in our, which office was that? That was in, trying to see which office that was. That was in the first office. I think, no. When did Chris say he got money? Was it in the, because we had 3 offices. I said my boss had 3 offices. I could say I have an office, but I didn't buy the office or own it or anything. First office, Chris didn't say that. First time meeting him or knowing he exists. Then our second office was in the one near the central places. I'm trying to remember, Chris said he got money. But our third place, that would be he got money. I don't know when. It's interesting trying to remember. When did he say that? Because by that time it would have been such a long time. I worked there for almost a decade, over a decade, or about a decade. I would say, it's 2000. No, I would say over a decade when I actually started out. It was like in 1997, but before 98. That's when I graduated college. And then it was out. The collapse recession was 2008. So yeah, over a decade. And I think Chris said, he's saying it had to have been by the third office, the last office, and I think it's gone. It's still there, the remnants I saw online on Google Maps. He got money. And I said, no, I don't. It must have been the second office, but I keep picturing the third office. I don't know when. This is important. Okay, before I remember that, my brother came over here, and that would have been almost, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost a decade, but I think 7 years about since Chris said that. 7, no, it could have been a decade by the time he said that. And here, where I'm at, my brother said, "Oh, you know, you can pay for this. You got money." And funny thing, I have all this, the cash, the fake cash, on the floor. He said, "What's that?" It was immediately after he said that. He goes, "What's that?" Oh, I go, "This is it's a fake cash to help me. You know, when I'm carrying cash to help me, you know, practice." It's so funny. So it's that same kind of dichotomy. You know, it's part of the secret identity. You don't let people know what you're capable of. But again, that's what I say. I always work the hardest mindset, so you can learn. Because if you have things if you have it too easy, anything too is not good. Unless you talk about this happened again, this happened too, and this happened too, right? That too in usage, like this happened to me too. But if you're saying, hey, this is too much, or this is too much, that too, that means that's something bad. So you don't want to go too far with what you're doing, but you don't want to lie either. So when I called Chris years ago, I shouldn't have lied. I shouldn't have said it. I shouldn't have even said that like that. I should have said nothing. With my brother, I didn't lie to him. I didn't lie to him at all. He said, you know. So, but if you're smart, you know what to do. You keep smart. The reality is everyone actually earns the same amount of income. It's all balanced out. So that amount is 10,000. Everybody's income is actually 10,000 a year when you balance it out. So Elon or whatever, it's all 10,000. Because look at them, they have to hire. Well, they think they have to hire guards and all that because of their lifestyle. Maybe they do. It's all balanced. They don't have any secrecy, they don't have privacy even when it goes to the bathroom. Okay, so now all we have to do is to end this up, and I have to be careful so I don't end up, you know, pressing the button that I should be. Okay, we're at 34%. So right now I have to. Let's see if I can put this. You can see, watch it in real time. Ow, 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 smacked up. Should reverse it. Should reverse it. This is going so well. Okay, keep it at that, and let's see. We're at 33%. This goes. You don't want it to be in the single. Well, it's in triple. Some kind of freaking pressure here. All right, let me see. I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I know how. You gotta move you want to keep the slack on this so that it can. Shoot. Is it on there? No, it's not. Okay. Son of a. Okay. Okay, we're still recording, I know. I'm gonna have to shut this off because this is gonna take some time. So anyway, I'll end the recording here, and we are good. We are good. Yeah.